My first service was actually at Bethel Gospel Assembly. I was on a personal journey around eradicating the power of shame. And so I was tuning into All Nations here and there, and I was on a personal journey specifically around dismantling the power of performance-based shame. And once I became aware of that, it shifted my life. And what I realized was I needed a church that espoused the gospel of grace. Grace for me personally has looked like being tender with oneself, being loving. The voice that I heard for so long was legalistic rhetoric, and it took root into my subconscious. And all I could hear was, or why I wasn't worthy, and why I wasn't enough. Grace undid that conversation internally. And so grace for me personally has been a very powerful conversation, a very freeing conversation. I think All Nations New York prompted me to look up the psychology of grace. As I looked up the psychology of grace, what I understood it to be was the act of giving acceptance unconditionally, which I understand as agape love, and voluntarily, which is our volition or our will, right? To an undeserved person by an unobligated giver. And I saw God as being that person, using his servants, his pastors, his prophets, those who are in leadership here, and those who are just in community here, as those who espouse the psychology of grace, right? And creating that space for us and understanding that it's the will of God for us to receive that. And I'll never be deserving of it, but he gives it to me anyway. I am graced to cultivate growth, to discern direction, to promote connection, and to bring meaning to the soul.